Hello my dear student, welcome back to Navsai Bio class. So today we discuss the very important chapter for ICSE class 7. So my dear ICSE class 7, you have a very important chapter that is a plant and animal tissue. This chapter is like the base of the biology because this chapter also be there in the class 9 ICSE and CBSE board. Also this chapter is there in the class 11. So now in the class 7, you start your journey from this level. This is the plant and animal tissue. So this is the very important chapter. So we are giving some information, giving some concept about the every topic. So we are divided the whole syllabus into the different parts. So today is the day 1. Like total syllabus, we are divided into the different parts like day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 and day 5 and day 6 and day 7. So total 7 days is required to complete our tissue chapter. But this chapter is not only for plant tissue, this is also included the animal tissue. So both of the tissues we discuss in that particular chapter. But in the day 1, today we discuss about the introduction about the tissue and most importantly the meristematic tissue, that is we discuss in our today class, and something about the permanent tissue, that is we discuss in our today class. In the day 2, that means in the next day, that time when we discuss the simple permanent tissue, only simple permanent tissue, and you have to give a mock test on the day 1 syllabus. So as like we carry on the next and next day, but every day you have to give the mock test on previous day syllabus. Clear? So Promit, Shores, clear, you understand this thing? Right? Response in the live chat. Now Aniket, this is a day 1, so we start our journey. But at first I give some information. I give some image or give some information about the plant tissue. So at first you observe what is the meristematic tissue in the real field. Because biology subject, that is not the imaginary subject, it is like real subject. You feel this subject in every time, every moment in your life. So meristematic tissue that is present in the plant, right? Now we discuss where the meristematic tissues is present, what type of meristematic tissue. Meristem is the Greek word, that means it is a divisible. That means the meristematic tissue have the power to divide. So they have the division, cell division power. Now in every cell, you know that how they divide. At first the nucleus is divided, after that the cytoplasm is divided and new cells are produced. And meristematic cells have the power to produce the new cells by the process of the cell division. Now today we discuss this meristematic tissue. If you discuss any plant part like the leaf, that time you observe the dermal tissue is there, ground tissue is there, and the vascular tissues is there. All this type of tissue generally are the permanent tissue because they have lost their capacity to divide. But this type of permanent tissues are arise from the meristematic tissue. So meristematic tissue like is the origin of all the different tissues. Clear, Shourashish? Clear, Gaurav? You understand it? Every permanent tissue, their origin are the meristematic tissue. So all the cells at first time they have the power of division. But after that, they lost their division power, some cells, because to performing the particular function. You know the characteristic characteristic features of the meristematic tissues or meristematic cell is most important in your syllabus. That is the characteristic features. They are the very small size compared to other cells and no or very little intercellular space. You understand that, you observe this picture, these two cells are very close together. So the no intercellular space is there. That is the most important characteristic features. And the wall, the plant cell wall are very thin in nature, and that is made up of cellulose. And you can also observe the prominent and large nuclei present in the meristematic cells and dense cytoplasm. It is a characteristic features of the meristematic cell which have the power to cell division. So generally vacuole is not present. So in the plant system, where the meristematic tissues are present? Meristematic tissues are present in the apical region. They are also present in the intercalary region. Also they are present in the lateral side of the stem. So we classify the meristematic tissue in a different way, but commonly as their location, it is the apical meristem and intercalary meristem, and another one is the lateral meristem. But what is their function? Apical meristem and intercalary meristems, these two meristems help the growth to increase their length. So they are also be called the primary meristem and they are help to the primary growth. On the other hand, lateral meristem, you can observe it, it is present in the lateral side and it is a help for the plant diameter, increase the diameter by the help of the lateral meristem. Clear? So lateral meristem help the secondary growth. So they are called the secondary meristem. So that is a classification. Shomojit, Srindilam, Shatanik. Clear? You understand? Please you reply in the live chat. Okay. So meristematic tissues, a very important question is arise. That is the why do cells of the meristematic cells have thin cell wall and lack vacuoles? Why? Why this answer? Please you give some answer in your live chat box. Why meristematic tissues, their wall is very thin and why there have no vacuoles? Shatanik, Ishan, Devarun, Shomoditya, Shutanu, Srijita, Obhinav, please you write, Anubhav, please you write down in the chat box. Why? Because why they have no cell wall, no vacuole? Why? Because you know what is the function of the vacuole? Vacuole is a storehouse. But which cells continuously divide, they are not required to store the food. Why we have stored the food? That time why the permanent tissues, right? So the cells have the dividing power, so they have no required the vacuoles to store the food. And also the cell division easily performed when the wall of very thin. If it is very hard and very thick, that is disturb the or delay the cell division process. So that is the answer, the cell wall of meristematic tissues and the lack of vacuoles. Why in the meristematic tissue? At first, I give an experiment. You take an onion and set up A and set up B. It is an onion bulb. You just put it on a glass, and which glass is full of water. After it, you remove the root tips. So this setup is without root tips and it is have the root tips. But after few days, you observe that in the setup A, the growth are happening. On the other hand, in the setup B, the no growth are happening in the roots. Why? What is the answer? Because you know the tips region of the root where the apical meristem are present, which is help the plant growth. So in here we cut down the apical meristem, show the meristematic tissues or cells not present in there, show no growth are happening. That is the most important experiment. On the other hand, intercalary meristem also helps the growth of the plant, but secondary growth, that is the lateral meristem, help to secondary growth. So this is the meristematic tissue, but some tissues when they lose the cell division power, that time they are called the permanent tissue. We give some details introduction about the permanent tissue. Okay, so now we go to our this page. So in the day 1, at first we try to understand how the tissue are formed, how the organism are formed. So at first you know the cell. How we define the cell? Please you write down the definition of the cell in the live chat box. Shayon, Cinderella, Shatanik, Aniket, Shohom, Anubhav, Rajdeep, Gaurav, Waildrila, Shomujit. Please write down what is the definition of the cell. Promit, Ishan, Krishnashish, Arushi, Shauresh, please write down. So, very good. So, cell is the structural and functional unit of all the living things. If you consider any living things, they have the cell because the cell is the structural and functional unit. But you know the cell, they have the different parts. But living parts of the cell, what is the name of that living parts of the cell? Please also write down in the live chat. What is the name of the living part of the cell? Shauresh, Shaurashish and Krishnashish, Arushi, please write down in the live chat. What is the name of the living part of the cell? Very fast, you write down the answer. The living part of the cell, it is the protoplasm. Protoplasm is the living part of the cell. When the different cells are sum up and do the particular function, so that time they are called the tissue. And different tissue are sum up to perform a particular function, that time the organs are formed. Different organs are sum up and do the particular specific function, that time it is formed the organ system, like the circulatory system is there. And different organ system, when sum up, they are formed the organism. Like in the human beings, like I am the human beings and we are the organism, all of you. We have the different type of organ system, like circulatory system is there, like the nervous system, like the digestive system. So all the different type of system is there. So but the structural and functional unit, that is the cell. So now we are defining the tissue. This is the most important definition. What is the tissue? What is a tissue? This is a group of cells, number 1, not a single cell, unicellular organism, they have no tissue. Similar to structure, their structure are more or less similar in nature. Another one, perform a specific function. Like meristematic tissue, they have the meristem cells. All the cells are similar in nature, similar in structure and similar in function. So we are called the meristematic tissue. So in the definition we understand that the tissue is the group of cells similar to in structure and perform a specific function. So in your ICSE class 7, if you were asked a definition of the tissue, so how you write down this thing? So the tissue is the group of cells which have the similar in structure and perform a specific function. Now we are go to the another part, that is the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue, where it is present? It is present in the plant tissue. So plant tissue are mainly divided into the two categories. One is the meristematic tissue, another one is the permanent tissue. But the meristematic tissue, what is their characteristic features? Number one, cells are very small. Next of one, their cell wall are very thin. And next of one, nuclei are large and very conspicuous. Already we are observed the picture of the meristematic cells, and without vacuoles, very important point, and actively dividing part of the plant body. So they are continuously divided. So this is the characteristic features of the meristematic tissue. But what is the location of the meristematic tissue? Where they are located? They are located in the root tip, that means the end or tip regions of the root. Another one is the shoot tip, that means the tip region of the shoot, also in the tip of the branches. So the branches are arising. Why? Because the presence of the meristematic tissue. Now the function. Also you are classify the meristematic tissue according to their location. That is the apical meristem, that is the intercalary meristem, and this is the lateral meristem. That is the most important three types according to their location. Now the function. Meristematic tissue have the function, they help the growth. But the growth is the two types. One is the primary growth, that means the growth in the length. When the diameter or width are increased, that time it is called, or the thickness of the plant stem are increased, it is called the secondary growth. So the meristematic tissue have the two important functions, primary growth and secondary growth. Now we are given some introduction about the permanent tissue. Permanent, why it is called the permanent? Because they have lost the cell division power. So main part of the plant body. If you are section a stem, that time you observe the different type of tissues, but in their maximum tissues are the permanent tissue. Permanent tissue, they do not divide and they remain same throughout their life. No change are happening there. Similar, some changes is also there, some tissues, but generally they are same. Mainly permanent tissues are classified in the different way. If they have the similar type of cells, that time they are called simple permanent tissue. Where they have the different type of cells, that time they are called complex permanent tissue. On the other way, we are classify the permanent tissue as like according to their function. The two types, simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Simple permanent tissue, that means they have only single type of cells, like parenchyma, like collenchyma, like sclerenchyma, all have only single type of cells. And in here, what is their function? They have the support and they give the protection. So the simple permanent tissue also be classified as the simple permanent tissue and protective permanent tissues. Now the complex permanent tissue. Complex permanent tissue means they are made up of different type of cells. So what is their main function? Their function is the conduction of water and the nutrient. You know the xylem and phloem. This is the complex permanent tissue because they have the different type of cells. We discuss in the later part. So what is their characteristic features? Cells are generally large compared to meristematic tissues. Cell wall are very thick, and like you know the collenchyma, the different type of materials is there in the deposition in the cell wall, like pectin, cellulose, hemicellulose, like this type of material is there. And the nuclei are generally small, and vacuole are present. Vacuole are generally present, and they do not divide. That is the most important characteristic features. So this is the characteristic features of the permanent tissue. So in our today class, we discuss about the tissue, how the tissues are formed, and what is the different two types of tissues is there in the plant body, that is the simple meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. and after that we discuss some details about the meristematic tissue and their characteristic features, and finally we discuss about the permanent tissues in some introductions. Clear? That is our today class. If you understand or if you have any doubts, please you write down in your comment box after the class. Clear? Shindrila, Shatanik, Oniket, Shorashish, Gaurav, and the Rastif, Anubhav, Shohom, Shudipto, Dishari, Shomujit, Oendrila, Ankon. Ankon, how are you? Ankon, Devarun, Shomoditto, Shutanu, and Srijita, Devolina, Nirupama, Ishan, Krishnashish, Arushi, and Shoresh, and Rosmi, Promit, Debraj. That means all the students who are ultimately participating in that class, thank you for that participation, but that is not the end of the class. Now your action start. I give some homework in the YouTube description box. Please you download this file and solve all these questions which is I given in the homework, because in the next day when you are teach the day 2 class, that time you give a mock test on the day 1, right? So thank you very much, and wish you best of luck. Bye bye.